Hi, my name's Robin, and I've got at least 100 pounds that I need to lose. And I developed a plan to lose this weight. I've been working this plan for a few weeks, so I know it works. And I wanted to not be bringing you something brand new, but something that you could use that someone else is using that is working for them. But before I get into the plan, what I'm actually doing, I just wanted to say, if you have 100 pounds to lose or 50 pounds to lose, 30 pounds, whatever, you need to go to your doctor, you need to get your blood workups, and you need to make sure that you're in enough health to continue on with some form of diet and exercise plan. This plan does not focus on exercise right in the beginning. It focuses on improving nutrition and changing the way that you eat. Because ultimately, the overeating is what has caused the weight gain. So, with that said, I want to introduce the plan to you and let you know what it's all about. It has a few different components, which include the diet and how you're going to do the diet. I have 100 pounds to lose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on losing 20 pounds 5 different times. So right now I'm focused on my first 20. I made myself a chart which had my start date and my projected end date for when I hoped that I would lose that weight. And I'm giving myself about 10 weeks to lose 20 pounds. So that's roughly about 2 pounds a week. And I'm about halfway through my first 20, and I've not really been exercising. The exercise has been kind of touch and go. I'm really just focusing on trying to get my eating under control, okay? And with that comes the diet portion. So in the morning, every morning, I've been making a green smoothie. It doesn't taste bad. It tastes really good. And I'm going to give you the recipe. I've also made a website where you can just kind of print out the recipe. There's not a section for comments or anything on there. It's just kind of like a little bit of information in case you want to print it out for yourself. And so you don't have to write it down while I'm saying it right now in the video. So the smoothie in the morning is a green smoothie. It's only green because it has like a half a cup of raw spinach in it. Now, if the green grosses you out, my husband's drinking the green smoothies with me in the morning, and we put our kid on the bus and we sit there in the dark and drink it. So if the color is gross, just turn the lights down and just drink it and get it down. It doesn't taste bad though, okay? So here's what goes in it. A whole banana, which you have sliced and frozen. And what I do is like on Sunday night, I get all this stuff ready, bagged up, put it in the freezer, and then it's just good to go for me to pull out first thing in the morning. So it has one whole sliced banana. It has a half a cup of, right now I'm using frozen, like the fresh frozen fruit, with no sugar added, just plain old fruit. We did start out using a half a cup of grapes, which you can do, but it just kind of got a lot to pull off and measure those grapes. It's just easier to kind of scoop it out of the bag, the frozen, and go with that. But I do put it in a baggie and put it in the fridge so it can kind of thaw out. Otherwise your smoothie's going to be really, really thick. And I like mine a little thinner so that I can just kind of just get it down and move on with my day. So you've got your banana, your half a cup of your frozen fruit. You're going to have a half of a skinned chopped apple. And then you're going to have a cup of green tea, which really has no flavor at all. It just has antioxidants and things that are good for you in it. Then you're going to put in 3 cubes of ice. Now, I use the Ninja blender, which is wonderful. They are kind of expensive. I got it for Christmas a couple of years ago, and now I'm actually using it, which is awesome. So, I don't think a regular blender will make these kind of smoothies because it only has that one little blade at the bottom. The Ninja's got 3 long blades, so it's going to get it at every angle. Okay, every now and then I do have to get a spoon and kind of push the spinach down a little bit, but usually it's fine. Within a couple of seconds, you got a great smoothie. I pour my smoothie into a Tervis cup, and they have these Tervis straws now. They're huge, and you can get that smoothie sucked down and in your body in no time. Now, the second part of the plan is for lunch, you're going to have a cup of soup. This is soup that you've made, not canned soup. Soup that has fresh vegetables, not starchy vegetables. No corn, no peas, no lima beans, no rice, no pasta. Just real, healthy, good for you vegetables. Carrots, fresh green beans, celery, onion. You know, I haven't done the cabbage yet, but I'm sure eventually I will. And we're going to rotate the soups in and out. And I have several suggestions of the soup. At this point, I've done 2 different kinds. And I'm trying to cycle those out every 2 weeks so that I don't get totally sick of it. So the first couple of weeks I did a no noodle chicken soup. And for the vegetable, it had like celery and carrots, lots of chicken protein. So your protein's going to come at lunch in your cup of soup. Of course, in the meantime, you need to be drinking lots of water. And I try to always have my Tervis with me, filled up with ice cold water. Use the big straw. You can get that down a lot easier. And then for dinner, the dinner plan is I have to cook food for people who are not on a diet, for people who are athletes and healthy and in good shape and don't need to lose any weight at all, and they can eat whatever they want. So I have to cook things that these people will eat at my house. So what I'm doing is I'm eating whatever I'm cooking for them. I've tried cooking, different meals. After a while, it's just you get tired of not eating what your family's eating. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm eating whatever they're eating, and this is on like a very, very, very small, it's a paper plate that you get, like I got these at Walmart. It's like what you'd get for a little tiny dessert plate if you were having a picnic or something. And it does have a little line here, and you're going to try to focus your food within that space, and you're not going to pile up food and have food hanging over the plate, and you're going to be modest with your portions here. So the liquid that you're going to take in the morning with your smoothie is not going to stretch your stomach receptor. The receptors in your stomach is not going to stretch them out. Fluid does not stretch out your stomach. They say drink a cup of water before you eat and you'll feel fuller. It's just really not true. I mean, it's healthy to do that. It's great to do that. But your stomach, my stomach can hold a lot of food. It doesn't matter how much liquid I put in there. So the smoothie is not going to stretch out your stomach. The first real stretching is going to come when you take in your cup of soup, and then you're going to have your small meal for dinner. And then after dinner, you're going to cut it off. You're not going to eat anything else. If you get starving and you feel like you're going to die, then what I've done, and this is not every day, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Not every day, but if you just feel like you've got to have something, make a cup of like vanilla chamomile tea. The vanilla, it smells really sweet, and if you'll kind of take just a little sniff of it before you drink it, it can kind of help you taste the vanilla more. And I put in a little bit of vanilla almond milk, just a little bit, not a whole lot, because it does have sweetener in it. You don't need any extra sweetener. There's plenty in. If you get the vanilla almond milk, just don't get the one that's unsweetened, because it's horrible. And if you feel like you're going to die, then you can have that. And then I promise you're not going to be starving, because you're going to start the day with nutrition. And after a few days, your body's going to start understanding, oh, I'm getting my nutrition now. Because the whole time you were overeating, you're starving. You're starving for nutrition, and if the only foods that you have around, or the only foods that you let yourself eat, are unhealthy, carb-loaded cake, chips, cookie, whatever's your thing that you like to eat, then your body's not getting the nutrition that it needs. And you're going to find that once you start your day with nutrition, you're less hungry throughout the day. okay? And I know that that sounds like a bunch of crap, but it's true because I'm doing it. And I have been a yo-yo dieter. I've lost 60, 70 pounds, gained it back, more 60, 70, 80 pounds. But I topped the charts off this time, and I said, I've got to get out of this. It's just unhealthy to be carrying around a bunch of extra weight. I've been a size 3. I'm a size 18. And 235 was my highest weight. I'm 5'3.5". That is a lot of weight to carry on a small frame. So that's basically the diet. An additional thing that you need to do, that I'm doing, is having accountability weigh-ins. So you have to be accountable to someone other than yourself. Okay? You need to weigh in once a week. You need at the same time, on the same day, and you need to keep track of it, and you need to have somebody else that you're accountable to for that. And we'll talk more about that another time. I did measure my waist today. It was 41 inches, and I measured like right at my belly button. That's probably the thinnest part of my stomach, to be honest with you, because above my belly button, I've got, kind of a lot of extra fat there, and then below my belly button it goes out too. So 41, that's pretty big, and then there's a bunch that's above and below it. So anyway, what you're going to do is you're just going to focus on the first 20. Focus on the first 20. It's not, when I decided that I wanted to do this, I was already working my plan, and then I looked up some other videos, and one thing that I noticed was a lot of people are saying words like, I hope this, and, I hope this will happen, and no, in my journey and all this is a mission. You have to be on a mission. You have to be focused, like you're saving Private Ryan, except for you are Private Ryan. You're trying to save yourself. I'm unhealthy. My blood pressure was high. My back was out of whack. How do you exercise when you can barely walk? I had plantar fasciitis. All these things, can be brought on by extra weight. So it's very unhealthy. You've got to save yourself. You've got to get yourself out of this. You've got to get on a mission. This is not a journey where you can sit down and relax and take your time with it. Although I'm not advocating quick weight loss, because the quicker you take it off, the quicker you can put it back on. So we're going to aim for around about 2 pounds a week, and some weeks you're going to lose 3, and then the next week you'll lose 1. And just look at it like, as long as you didn't gain, you have maintained whatever weight loss that you have earned up to that point. So even if you don't lose 1 week, consider it a victory because you have maintained that weight. Let me give you the name of the website. It's losethisyear.weebly.com. Let me spell it out for you, okay? It's LOSE 100 THISYEAR.weebly, WEEBLY.com. And no one's making any money off that site. It's just a little informational site that has the recipes and the diet, basically, is what is on there now. And then the premise of going 20 pounds at a time. So my weight today is 226. I'm about halfway through my first 20. If you have 50 pounds to lose, I would still break it up and just lose 10 pounds 5 times. If you've got 200 pounds to lose, I'm going to suggest that you stick with me and do your 20 pounds at a time, and instead of doing it 5 times, you'll do it 10 times. We're going to focus on getting that nutrition and starting to feel better, because you've got to feel better and you've got to get some of this pain relieved. If you're walking around with 100 extra pounds of weight, you're exhausted. No matter what you're doing. If you're just sitting on the couch all day and you're carrying around 100 extra pounds, you are tired. You are exhausted. Okay? So don't think that there's something wrong with you that you should just get up and go start running a marathon to lose this weight. you are carrying 100 pounds on your body that shouldn't be there, and it's exhausting. So right now we're going to focus on getting some good nutrition in and still eating some foods that we like each day, just in very small portions. And one more part of the diet is once a week, just once a week, and I do mine on Friday night. We're going to have one cheat meal a week, eat whatever you want, and then just focus down for the whole rest of the week on maintaining your diet, your small portions, getting in your nutrition. So that's it for now. We'll talk more about the cheat meal next time. Good luck, and be sure to visit that site just to be able to print out those recipes that I mentioned. And let me know how it's going for you. So far, I think this is going to work for me. Splitting it into just focus on 20 pounds at a time. I can do this. You can do it too. Bye.